Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. Today I'm going to talk about how did I come across light language and what do I actually do with it. Few years ago, my friend Lenka asked people to give feedback on her work, in a sense that how did it make you feel? That was the first time I think I came across light language, and then I looked into it and I decided that it's not for me because they were talking about star families and living in different planets and I don't know, this star seed and that star seeds and I don't know what. And I was like, nah, I don't care about this. I'm quite happy just to meditate and focus on my center and try to do my best and basically just to help people with an open heart. So that was kind of my project at the moment. And I don't know if you know, but I used to do head and face massage, and there was a time or a point, I would say. So how I finished it, it's a bit like kind of with a cooling down period, and I would touch the client's face or head rather, different points, and I would kind of send them like good vibes, good energy. And I firmly believe this is why it happened, because I was serving. So I gave like a service from the heart, and I seen a symbol, and I started to see symbols, and later on, um, I seen a symbol, uh, and I woke up to that symbol. So it happened during night, and it was like stroboscope. So it was like flashing, and then it kind of burned inside me because this is how it works. Also, that symbol. It's just like with sound or a vision. Symbol is a vision, but like an energetic. A symbol is a visualized version of an energy which you try to froze. This is the best way I could describe it. So basically it can go into just as much as a sound can go into you, or like any kind of vision, or any kind of picture. So yeah, so basically this is how it happened, and then I started to work with that, and I find it absolutely fascinating in a sense that it's really fast. It can do so many things, like it can clear. Uh, it can clear, so it means that it allows you to heal. You don't have to believe it as a receiver for it to be effective. You don't even have to accept it. So I could just send it. And this is exactly what I'm doing. So there are a few things. With Lenka, we started a light language project, which is very artsy in a sense that we try to find the limits of light language, not really focusing on the so-called healing properties of it, or like clearing properties, but like how you could pull out information and how can you kind of put it into words or visualize it, make it visual, or how does it sound. And it's really funny because we talk two different languages in light language, yes, yet it doesn't even matter because we can still understand each other. So this overrides our normal language in a sense, and that's our focus basically with that as an art project. I also do drawings, also kind of like as an art project with it. So another day, I just happened to have like loads of pebbles, and I grabbed one, and I so my thought was that wouldn't it be nice to somehow sort of commercialize it a bit so that it would be around you all the time, in a sense that when it as I said, it goes into you. You don't really have to believe in it, it just goes into you, and doesn't even matter if you feel it or you don't feel it at the moment, it kind of helps you anyway. So basically, so commercialize it. So I grabbed this piece of stone, and close my eyes, and the first thing I saw was this sign, this symbol, which is, how would I, is it like this? Yeah, it's like that. So, and what it means that the stone wanted to tell me, the stone wanted it to be put on itself, that when I was alive, I was laughter and life. And every time I hold this stone, it kind of makes me like not happy in a sense, but it gives me this like inner, like, you know, when you are about to burst out laughing, and it's like that feeling. So this is a happy stone basically. So yeah, so I am trying to, well, not trying, I'm doing something like that. I have like a page on Facebook. It's Designs of Light by Sylvia.k, and same on Instagram. So this is the artsy bit of it. With Lenka, we are called Light Language Journeys, and you can find us there. So this is where we talk about topics. And what I personally do is basically, so it's 3 steps. So as I said, you know, you don't really have to believe in it at all. So you don't have to believe in it. Some people are visual, some people get triggered by sound. So I kind of put the 3 together. So I work remotely, which is the best for me. For me, it's really easy. So I kind of go and see you, I find you, and I see, kind of scan you. I see what's wrong with you, if anything is wrong with you. I don't know if I haven't been given, like, you know, what to work with. And most of the time when I'm being given, it's actually not the issue. It sometimes goes really like further out, or is it with another person, or just a few days ago I had to go, which felt like a really, really long time. It was connected to the root chakra, but it felt like it went through like years and lives and lives. So it was like a really long journey till I found the end of that kind of so-called problem. It's not really a problem, but you know. So I find it and then I clear it. What I do, I sometimes I basically I put my hands in it and I clear it like that. Sometimes I scape it out, scrap it out. Sometimes I have to sew it together, or like put like something around it. Really, it really depends. It's just like the visuals which come to me. Sometimes I use my voice and I use a singing bowl. If there is no one available, I would use my voice. And so I do everything to clear, and then I always check back to see if it needs to be cleared. And then I come out from this and I do a drawing, which is like, you know, this kind of crickscracksy drawing, but like much nicer, because I make it like all artsy, you know. And but the basic is just that. It's like, it doesn't have to be pretty, it's just as good anyway. It's just fine. And then I do like a sound recording. So while I'm doing this, I record it, because as I said, some people get triggered by the sound. So what does it mean? Your mind probably wouldn't really wouldn't understand it in the first place. If you are exposed to it, sooner or later you will understand it, though, because this is how I got to translate it. So this is how I know that this is what this rock meant. This is what this sign means to mean. This is what this rock means, basically. Or not the rock, but the sign itself. And as I said, it does go into you. So, and then it kind of works. So many times I kind of, the more I'm doing it, the more I see symbols. And sometimes it's to record, sometimes I know it just goes into me energetically to work with it. Like, you don't really work with it, your body works with it, so you are upgrading yourself. And the funny thing really about it, that you don't have to believe in it. Like I done with many people, and you know, they couldn't care less about it, and it works. I don't even tell them, and sometimes and I do it because I see that, let's say they are coughing, so I do something. And I don't know, you know, or if they ask, I do it specifically. And sometimes I would say that, yeah, I done this drawing, and what you have to do, you have to kind of trace it. And by tracing it, you make it your own, and then it goes into you by the movement. So it's like, you know, that's why you can see like some people, they really move their hands and stuff. It all kind of helps it to facilitate it basically. And yeah, so this is what I'm doing, and this is my service. And did I say everything I wanted in regards of that? Yeah, I really love light language. It's really fast, and I love the fact with Lenka we decided that we're not gonna focus on this healing stuff. It's like it's too much now, this healing. So we purely work with it as like a language, like if it would be like the universal language. So this is basically our point of view, and we see how we can, what can we ask, what can we do with it, how can we communicate with it, and by people watching it they will understand it more and more. And how do I know, or how do you know if it's like not like some bullshit basically? So resonation again, sometimes it doesn't resonate and it still works. That's the funny bit. You know, sometimes I'll look at it and my mind can say it. Like, you know, I don't translate it at that point, but I can say it. Translation, sometimes it takes focus, like really focus. Sometimes it just flows. Depends, you know. But this is how you train yourself. And when it's really good, it can hit you, let's say, in your stomach, in your head, or I get like all tingly limbs or something, and you just know that it works. And you know, you can hide it. So I really like hiding. I really like to hide it in my artwork, in a sense that the basic, the symbol, it's still there, but that's not what's visible, but it's still there. It still generates that energy. So we were just saying with Lenka that it's funny, when we went to do the art course, that we ended up like really drawn into abstract, and we never realized until like kind of now, in a sense, like for her it was a bit earlier, for me it was like a few years now, before now, that we wanted to draw light language, like, you know, this connection between the reality and the unseen, and that's the only thing which interests me, like really in art, and how to make it kind of visible, and how to not really understand it because it comes on its own, but how to make you feel it. But you're gonna feel it when you come across it more and more, basically. That's all really. It's just like how you would feel energy. So, you know, but that's the mission basically. But my mission is, as I said, I'm going to do like a video where I actually just gonna do a session just as it is. And I don't know how I gonna name it, because I was thinking light language therapy, but like this is like therapy, it's like a bad word. So I don't know, it's gonna be like a light language session or something, and then you can see, you know, how does it make you feel. It might don't do anything for you, because as I said, I'm gonna work with like the whole collective, basically with Earth. So that's sometimes difficult, but we'll see. Anyway, you're gonna have the idea what's going on. So basically lots of rant, but that's the end of it. This is what I'm doing, and you can find me on Facebook. It's sylvia.k.holistic. I'm not on Instagram with this one, and you can find me here anyway. So thank you very much, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.